Hi, I'm Spooky Bara and welcome to my channel. This is a speed paint of one of my original characters that I just named Freddy. She is a monster girl that I created using the Monster Girl app, which was popular a few years ago. She's been an OC that I've had in my back pocket for a while. I've drawn her a few times. Around Halloween last year, I did a portrait study of her, and that was really fun. I really love rendering and drawing portraits, but I have been itching to do more character design and character reference sheets. I was going through some of my old sketches last week and saw that I had already started a reference sheet with her, so I just picked that one to continue working on. It was actually really rough from the get-go. I really hadn't done any post studies in a while, so I was very rusty. I actually cut out a lot of footage in this video that was just me sketching poses over and over again until I found the one I settled on. The two poses on the left-hand side right now get completely redrawn, and I just drew it once and then duplicated it so I could have two different outfits for her. I really should get in the habit of practicing before I jump into a completed work, but this was kind of a no pressure sort of sketch that I just wanted to do for myself in the midst of starting my webcomic, which still doesn't have a name. I will be working on more character design soon, and as of right now, I know there are 7 main characters, 3 girls, 3 guys, and 1 villain. I have given myself until Halloween to start and finish this webcomic, so I'm not too worried about not having time for other things. Like last night, I just finished my No AI starter pack, and I really had a lot of fun with that. It's just me in my loungewear around the house with a bunch of things that I love to collect and my sketchbook stuff, that sort of thing. It was really fun. While I was doing the starter pack drawing, and as I've been working on this character's design sheet, I've just been playing around with brushes in Clip Studio Paint again. Maybe I haven't found the right brushes in Procreate because I'm just loving the lining in CSP. I just found the chain and zipper brushes when I was trying to add more details to Freddy's design, but I started to go a little overboard and I had to scale it back. I have thought about not doing voiceovers for my speed paints, but I do like the opportunity to just speak my mind and spew nonsense into the void. I don't really have any close art friends, so this is kind of scratching that itch. My boyfriend is a creative person, but he doesn't draw in particular. He does have a really good eye for design and photography, so he's been a good soundboard for my ideas and will usually be the only person to see my pictures and videos before I post them. He's kind of like a quality assurance for me. He will always have some really good advice, but he just doesn't draw. He actually really liked how this character reference sheet came out. I was actually telling him how big of an improvement I've seen in my art lately. I feel like a lot of that has to do with spending so much time in my sketchbooks over the past few years. I've just been making a mess and practicing my studies, just a lot of work, and I can see it really positively affected my digital art. When I first started digital art, it was mostly rendered portraits in grayscale. That was my comfort zone, and I thought I did it well enough, so I didn't stray too much or practice poses. I did a lot of portrait studies and character requests. I haven't done commissions because I just wasn't confident in my skills at the time. I can see now where I might want to open commissions for either character reference sheets like this or portraits. I do love portraits and they're so far into my comfort zone, but I am loving reference sheets lately and I've been enjoying working on them, so we'll see. I also want to work on some of the sticker designs that I have. I did get a silhouette for Christmas that I still haven't used. I figured out how to connect it finally to my computer so I can print and cut stickers. I was cutting stickers by hand just to try it out, but my problem is I put too much detail into the designs so that when I scale it down, a lot of the lines get muddled and the designs just need to be redone. I have a few that I really like, including the cauldron that's at the bottom of this page. That's one of the ones that I have in a few different colors. And then I also have some plant designs that I would really like to get redrawn and printed. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, back to the drawing. I really had a lot of fun with this reference sheet, not only because I got to finalize the design for Freddy, but also because I got to draw her in different outfits and also portraits one on the left side, one on the right side of her face, so you can actually see the detail on her neck, her mouth, her neck mouth. um, I don't actually remember what I was thinking when I created this character, but like I said, it was in an app, so you just kind of chose what was available, and I do not remember picking any of this, but I had her just saved on my phone, so I've come back a few times, and it was just really fun picking out colors for her and an outfit, and it is a little bright and over the top. I just kind of chose colors that I felt were right for the character. Um, I don't know what her actual style is, but you know, she just kind of came alive on her own. But when I finally added the colors, it really just came to life for me. I didn't want to go into too much detail and do too much rendering, so there's just a little bit of airbrushing like on the shoulders, and I did, of course, add shadows, highlights, and I did go back in with a brush and kind of clean up the lines so that they were a little bit more defined. This was like a 3 to 4 day drawing that I just focused on breaking it up. Like after work, I'd work on it. And we had some other things going on after work some days, so I didn't get to the coloring. There was like a gap of like 2 days in between that. And but when I got to the coloring, it was all in one day. And I just played around a lot, and I was trying to pull how I work in my sketchbook and translate it into this drawing. So adding more texture, adding outlines, just playing around with the brushes again. Like I said, I went a little crazy with the chain brush, but luckily I just brought it down to one chain. And yeah, I drew her little icon guy in the bottom right hand corner. It's just kind of a little caricature that I've done for my other original character, Mishi, and I don't know where it came from. It's just it just came out of me. I just drew it, and it just was really cute and fun. So I turned it into like a little icon, and I think that's where I figured out what her name was. I was just trying to find out what should go at the bottom of her little icon, and Freddy was the first name that came to mind. So in the bottom left hand corner, that character, or sorry, that version of Freddy with the big choker around her neck, I know that she reminds me of a character from an anime, and I don't know who it is, but I'm pretty sure that character also has buns and the spike necklace. So I did not mean to take that and slap it on my character to make it look like them, but it just happened like that. Maybe it was just in the back of my mind, but I thought that was really funny. I'm not sure exactly which character it is though. But anyway, and on her gray t-shirt, the board now, if nobody gets that reference, it's actually from Willow's character in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is a show that I have been watching since it's been airing, or since it aired, and I usually rewatch that in the summer. So I will probably be doing that pretty soon. It's a whole thing where I have to dedicate time to watching it and then going through the drama every single year. But I just love Buffy, and rewatching it during the summer is so great. And I especially love the first season because it's just so fun and unserious. And of course, it gets more and more serious through the seasons. But I feel like the first season is going to give me a lot of inspiration to work on my Halloween themed comic or webcomic. Because it is very much a Buffy meets Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist kind of comic. So if you're interested in that, please like and subscribe, because I will have many, many more things to share about that comic. Like I said, the drop date for that is going to be on Halloween this year. Anyways, so this is Freddy. Thanks for watching, and you can find me on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and here on YouTube. And I'll catch you later. Bye.